You might not know it, but you're one decision away from sabotaging your self-publishing book, ISBN or ASIN. Let's end the confusion and make sure your book sells. This is one of those things that sounds small until it ruins your launch because most authors guess, and that guess can cost them readers, sales, or both. I'm going to be answering questions like, do I need an ISBN? If so, free or paid? Can I just have an ASIN? Do I need any of them? I'm going to explain exactly what they are, what your options are, and lay things out clearly for you. You'll know exactly what you need, how to obtain what you need, and have a clear pathway forward, giving your book the room and tools it needs to be a massive success. I get it. The business side of self-publishing is often frustrating, and it can seem like it's just too much to handle. That's why I'm taking you on this self-publishing journey with me, using my decades of business and writing experience to knock down the barriers and obstacles that often derail the best self-publishers. Let's talk about what an ISBN and an ASIN are and their uses. ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number. It's a unique numerical identifier that acts like a book's social security number. It's a globally recognized standard for identifying books and related products in the publishing industry. They include metadata about the books, such as country, publisher, title, edition, and format. ISBNs are used across various platforms, including bookstores, libraries, distributors, and international markets. They're required for books that will be sold commercially and added to the publishing trade database. Every format of a book, hardcover, paperback, ebook, audiobook, large print, need its own unique ISBN. Now, an ASIN is a 10-character alphanumeric code unique to Amazon products, including books. Everything sold on Amazon has one. It's Amazon specific, and it's used to track products, including books, throughout their entire platform, from listing to sales to commission. And an ASIN is automatically assigned by Amazon to every product sold on their platform, including books, and that's all free of charge. It's important to understand that it is not tied to international metadata standards. Even if you use your own ISBN on Amazon, they will still assign an ASIN for their own purposes. So as you can see, you've got three options: ASIN only, a free ISBN, and a paid ISBN. Let's look at the drawbacks and the benefits of each. An ASIN number is all you'll need if you plan to only ever publish and sell your book on Amazon. You don't need to purchase anything extra or manage any separate numbers. But if you rely only on an ASIN, your book cannot be distributed or sold globally through the bookstores or libraries or all the different type of platforms. You can't use it with other publishers or other self-publishing services. If this sounds great, you're probably all set. But let's look at those other options just to make sure you make the best choice. Now, some self-publishing platforms, including places like Amazon, offer authors a free ISBN. Bet you're saying, Trip, that price sounds great. In fact, it's often provided automatically or with a simple one click when you're setting up your book on different platforms. Now, you might be saying, hey, this sounds like all I need. Why would I possibly think about paying for an ISBN? I'm going to say not so fast, because you need to consider the big picture. And if you stopped here, you might end up making a huge mistake. To avoid this and other mistakes, I've created a roadmap for myself to make sure I've got a plan in place. And if you'd like me to share that with you, put book down in the comments and I'll share that with you. Now let's consider some things about free ISBNs that you might have to factor into your decision making. Free ISBNs provided by platforms like KDP are exclusive to their specific platform. For example, a free ISBN from them can only be used on KDP for distribution to Amazon and its distributors. It can't be used on any other platforms. And this limits, as you can see, where you might distribute your book. Also, when you use a free ISBN from a platform, the platform itself will be listed as the publisher of record for your book, rather than you or your publishing company. They'll say something like independently published or Amazon.com Services LLC. While this doesn't mean that platform has any rights over your book, you are not the publisher of record. So if you're planning to sell your book outside of Amazon, the free ISBN provides some difficulties. You want to try and get your book onto multiple platforms using free ISBNs. That will require a different ISBN for the same format of your book on each platform, which is not ideal, and it can get pretty confusing for both you, the distributors, and the bookstores. So you're probably wondering, this isn't perfect for me, and you're not alone. So what does purchasing an ISBN entail? When you purchase your own ISBN, you can set your own publisher name or brand to be linked to that number. This means your name or company will be listed as a publisher rather than the platform or some generic listing. With your own ISBN, you can and should use the same ISBN for the same format. For example, your paperback edition, and that same number will go on every platform where you list your book. And this is also the simplest of options. It'll be all done for you. A free ISBN would be the right choice for you if you want a number that looks like an ISBN, but still has a plan to focus primarily or exclusively on a single platform. And that's okay if you're going to be limiting where your book gets distributed. Also makes sense if, again, cost is a big problem for you. If you're a hobbyist or a publisher, you're kind of doing this kind of for fun, and wide distribution or a professional setting isn't anything that's a priority for you. When you go with a free ISBN, keep in mind the platform will be listed as a publisher, and you're locked into that platform's distribution for that specific ISBN. Now, buying your ISBNs is the right move if you want the opportunity for wider distribution beyond a single platform, including potential access to libraries and other distributors. It's also the right move if you want to publish in multiple formats and want to use that same number, same identifier across all the platforms. Now, sure, this requires a financial investment, and keep in mind that doesn't guarantee you placement in major bookstores. Ultimately, the best option depends on your individual publishing goals, budget, and how widely you envision your book being available. Getting all this right from the start is highly recommended. And if you have dreams of going just beyond Amazon, you're going to want to get some sort of an ISBN, and probably the paid one. As you can see, there's a multitude of steps and processes involved in this self-publishing journey, and I'm sharing everything and every bit about it as I go. Let's continue learning. I want you to watch this video now with me. I'll see you over there.